Good day from Universal Studios Japan. We're starting out here at City Walk and we're going to go into the park. A lot of seasonal stuff we'll check out, and seems like there's a lot of anime things going on. There's My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, Detective Conan. Yeah, there's that too. So let's go check out what seasonal things they have. You can see a lot of umbrellas today because it's supposed to rain for most of it. But I did want to point out something new here at City Walk is they have a Shake Shack in the back corner, which is a fantastic addition. On days like this, it's really nice to know that they have this covering over all of the entrance area. Here's a pretty cool new Jaws shirt, and they also have some jersey looking shirts. Over at the Boulangerie, they have a special My Hero Academia item, and also some Easter stuff. I really want to try to find all of the seasonal items. Easter sandwich. Let's see what's on the other side. And it's the same thing. This one is a pork cutlet sandwich, which I've never had it on a sandwich, which would probably be pretty good. It's good on curry. We're gonna go on the Demon Slayer ride, but what's funny is this is a returning event, the Demon Slayer event here at Universal. They had it like 2 years ago. Now it's back. But last time, one of the biggest things was the Nesco popcorn bucket, which you can see is a great popcorn bucket. But if you look at the line right now, it's not very long. Whereas 2 years ago, this whole street was completely lined up with people waiting hours to get that popcorn bucket. And now you can just get in line and get it in 5 minutes. All right, we're gonna check out the Kimetsu no Yaiba, or Demon Slayer ride. 100-minute regular wait and 70-minute wait for single rider at the moment. Something to note about this ride is that you will need a 100 yen coin to get a locker. So the way it works is you open one that has a key, and then you put a 100 yen coin in, and then it will allow you to take the key. And the cool thing is when you come back and unlock it, it will refund your 100 yen. So these lockers are free, but you do need a 100 yen coin to use it. All right, we just got off the ride. One thing I want to point out is it said 100-minute wait, and it was 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So that was it. Single rider didn't even look like it was 70 minutes, and that's what it said for that. You had fun? You liked it?
That was so cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because this ride was here. It was temporary, but it's nice that they brought it back so people that didn't get to experience it, like you, got to experience it again. And we actually went ahead and did the touristy thing and got a picture because it comes in a cool little case here.
Yeah.
Rather nice, and show the, yeah, it's just funny what they have here. So 2,000 yen, which right now is about 13, 14 US dollars for a ride photo, which actually isn't that bad. Looking at some of the merchandise, I feel like they actually have some new things because I do not remember this figure collection, which is pretty cool. You get a box and you get a random figure. And they have some other things that may or may not be new. It's been a few years since I've been here. And what do you have there? Tata? Yeah. And you get a Nesco. I think they had this before last time. And she comes in a box. I do remember these. Yeah, they're tissue boxes. Yeah, it's the train. I like this kind of merchandise though, where it's clearly Universal collabed with the show, and you'll see it's just a towel. As we walk back towards the New York section, one of the biggest tragedies to happen ever since I've been coming here in 2020, Cyberdyne Systems, or the T2 show, has been closed. And I always thought they'd reopen it. And they did, but not as Terminator. It is now a Detective Conan 4D show. We will be checking it out though, because it'll be awesome to see the inside of the old Cyberdyne facility. And speaking of tragedy, and it's perfect for this rainy weather, but Spider-Man is no longer with us. And it feels so empty and quiet back here in the New York section. It's too bad they don't even have the Spider-Man on top of the building. Completely barren. This is wild because, again, in Orlando, this is where the Tribute store would be, but this was the Spider-Man store. And the buildings just seem so, I don't know what the word is, just quiet, empty, barren. Yeah, there's no signage or nothing. It's very strange. So far, the park has been very quiet, and this is Golden Week. One of the indicators is that sign over there is saying it's a 5-minute wait for Finnegan's, and you'll see there's nobody outside. This place is usually quite busy. We'll probably do dinner, possibly at Finnegan's later today. Maybe we'll check Louis, see what the special pizza of the season is. But they used to have a Spider-Man over in the corner, and oh, he's gone. So they've removed all traces of Spider-Man in the park. Maybe they'll still have some merchandise. But Spider-Man's no longer in the alley. Wind is really picking up, but here is the Louis special pizza. Meatballs and Italian sausage. I don't know,
That sounds good to me.
sounds good to you, but I don't know, it might be too crazy. And we have our Louis Feast. Just got a simple pepperoni and sausage. And then you've got this wild looking piece, which actually does look really good, I must say. We were walking by the churro cart and they have Nesco and Tanjiro churros. I don't remember if these were here last time, but went ahead and got one. So looks quite delicious actually. Yeah. It's very nice. In the Hollywood area, they still have the Pokemon Bao churro and Bulbasaur. Oh, that's a cup. Thought it was a popcorn bucket for a second, but you'll see it's a sipper. But something else you'll never see is a 20-minute wait for Hollywood Dream, because it is in fact windy and cold right now. I always like the theming in the Snoopy Studios store, but they have this item here, which is pretty cool. I like the design of the New York Deli. They also have placemats for it. They will oftentimes swap out the cars here at Mel's, but I feel like this might be the most that I've seen here. Got 3 over there and 3 more on this side. Just love how long this thing is. And the color here. That's such a beautiful blue color.
Yeah, classic.
It's probably hard to tell on film, but it is very bright. Now's the perfect time to stop in the Universal store because it is so empty right now. Plenty of walking space, which is great. This is something you don't see often. A reduced price for the Demon Slayer cookies. This may be the last remainder of Spider-Man in the park. Probably because they still got to sell all of these cup noodles. These are the 3 that you get. And I've had them before and they're quite delicious. Donkey Kong is opening later this year and they've got some merchandise now. Snacks in a barrel. Oh, and you can use this as a bank. That's really cool. It's a little random. Going in the other Universal store, you have Woody Woodpecker just kind of walking around messing with people. This is pretty wild. Jaws is a walk-on. It says 5-minute wait, but as we go through the historic queue, you'll see there's really nobody else in front. I always like to film it from here at the exit because you're not allowed to film on the ride. But that was a complete walk-on. We didn't even stop once. I do always love the little Amity Island gifts store here because this whole Amity section of the park is one of the most well-themed. The store leads to the restaurant, and I always like these shark meat nuggets. So I think we'll get some of those. And do you want the soda roll?
Yep.
Okay, and we'll get that too. Food here is pretty good, and they also have some interesting sandwiches as well. It's always nice to catch a view of the Amity area out front, even though it's a little wet. But here's the soda. What's the soda? Cream soda?
I think it's cream soda, yeah.
Yeah, and then little shark meat nuggets. Over in the Jurassic Park area, they have a temporary Monster Hunter cafe, which has some pretty good looking items. We might check that out maybe tomorrow. There goes the Flying Dinosaur, which only has probably a 10-15 minute wait. It's been really low lately. But the construction walls are up for Jurassic Park, the ride, or River Adventure, because it really needs some refurbishment. But they can actually cover up the whole water. It's probably drained. Yeah, these construction walls go all along back here. I bet if you peeked under we could see, but it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, not that desperate.
They have a lot of new pastel dinosaur merchandise in the Jurassic store. I really like these. Little stuffed animals. You can see the entrance to the ride closed off, but something new that they've added over on the left here, a Jurassic Park vehicle. I only know that because it says engine on it. I don't know which movie this is from.
I'm guessing the second, because I think that this is...
It looks very Lost World-y, but yeah. I don't know for certain. Is it from the new Jurassic Worlds? I haven't even seen the newest one, but hard to say. Over in San Francisco, In front of Lombard's, to the left of it, there's this little patio, and they set up a quick little area where you can get 2 Detective Conan items. Very limited seating, but we're gonna check out this tea that they have, Smoky Berry Tea. Wanted to take a quick look in Super Nintendo World. It's already pretty bad with crowds usually, but with umbrellas, it just makes things a little more wild. Back in the corner, they have Scrim Up. This used to be decorated, but it's going to be the entrance to the Donkey Kong area. Opening later this year. Hopefully we see soft openings a little bit sooner. Hello! There's even more merchandise for Donkey Kong here in the park. Like this shirt. This is really nice. We're going to go ahead and get on the Flying Dinosaur because it's only a 20-minute wait. Haven't done this one in a long time, and I think I've only done it about once or twice because there usually is a long wait. Yeah, it's pretty wild. You have all this queue here, and the rain is slowing down. It's pretty much stopped at the moment. So you think it'd be busier, but it's really not. They actually changed how they do the Flying Dinosaur because what they do is at this point in the queue, they give you a QR code piece of paper. Then you go over here, and they'll ask you basically how much stuff you have, and they'll send you to the lockers. These are some really nice lockers. You just scan your QR code at it. It'll give you a locker, you put everything through, then you proceed over towards the left area where you go through a metal detector, and then you go to get on the ride. The way we could tell it wasn't busy today is because the Dragon's Pearl is not open. Only seems to be open on busy days. However, to the left, they're doing something over here, and it makes me wonder if it has something to do with the Backdraft building, because Backdraft has been closed for quite some time. Maybe behind there and over here they're doing some huge thing that's connected. I was saying maybe Fast and Furious, hopefully not, but that's kind of the similar setup in Orlando. Just stopping once again because of how empty this New York area looks. Like there's just not a lot of stuff out. And they even got rid of the hot dog cart and everything over here. And just puts a few benches, that's it.
No more spider
Yeah,
signal.
so quiet.
At night.
We're gonna go get some dinner here at Finnegan's, and still there is no wait, which is awesome. All right, I love the salad here at Finnegan's, so I got a chicken salad, but we're gonna split all of this, the Irish platter. The best part is you get the malt vinegar, so you got some fish and chips there. What is that, ribs it said?
Yeah, ribs. This
Tomato.
is a shepherd's pie, tomato with breadcrumbs, and this is a Irish omelet.
Yeah, interesting. I like the mini shepherd's pie, it's so cute. We finished up with our awesome dinner at Finnegan's, but here I am for a third time showing New York Street. I just cannot believe it because it is Golden Week, and this is like a huge holiday week here in Japan. And there's nobody around. Louis Pizza normally has lines out the door. Nothing. This is the least busy I've ever seen the park. Back at Mel's at night to take a better look at some of these cars. First up you have the 1958 Ford Edsel. And it's kind of sad because they say don't climb and they have to put stickers on each of these cars to tell you not to climb them. Next up, I believe this is a Cadillac. Oh no, it's a Chevy Impala, also 1958. Then there's the 1932 Ford B Coupe. It's kind of a hot rod. I do like that they have the engine exposed here so you can see all of that. Walking into Mel's because I've never seen it this empty. It's kind of crazy. There's like plenty of open seating.
It's the day of emptiness.
Yeah, it really is. And you can even sit at the tables that have the jukebox. Last ride of the night is going to be Jaws. Literally a walk-on. It was a walk-on earlier in the day, and now it is still, of course, a 5-minute wait, but I don't think there'll be anybody else on our... Sure enough, just looking around, not a single person here in the queue. Except for the ones getting on the boat at this exact moment. Kind of crazy. Just imagine being in Orlando and it's like you're not having this, and yet nobody else is on this ride here in Japan right now. This is insane. It feels so cool to go on a ride that doesn't really exist anymore. After a last walk-on ride on Jaws, we're heading out of the park, and now it looks like there's some people, but definitely not the amount you would see leaving the park all at once at the end of the night. All right, that is going to do it today from Universal Studios Japan. Quite a long day.
Yeah.
You got to do some new stuff. It started with the Demon Slayer ride. That was fun, right?
That's so fun.
We ate a lot of food. I actually didn't film all of it. There was a lot of random snacks we had. We ate a lot though.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff. And Flying Dinosaur, you got to try that out too.
Yeah, that was the first. I've never done like the lay down ride before, and
Yeah,
that
it
was
is
awesome.
a flat laying hanging coaster.
Yeah.
Very fun. I'm just amazed at how low the crowds were today. The only crowds we saw were in Nintendo World,
Yeah.
which seemed like a normal day. It was pretty busy in there, but everywhere else super light for some weird reason, even though it's Golden Week. So definitely now is a good time to check this place out. So that is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. The caravan is moving on.